Okay, everybody, it's me, Bonkai922. Trying to get off that cough. Almost done. It's almost out of my system. Anyway, our final anime that I'll be doing episode reviews for the summer came out. Kaiju number 8, season 2, episode 1. Kaiju Weapon. So, this is going to be the schedule. Thursdays is Dan to Dan. Saturdays is Kaiju number 8. And Sunday, it's insane. That's 3 heavyweight, crazy animes that I'm going to be doing reviews for, episode reviews for the summer. Along the line, I'll probably try to sneak in some anime series reviews if possible, but we shall see. Okay. So, last we saw Kaiju number 8, it kind of went crazy. Kafka trying to kill the director and, that whole business. There's a fly there. And he calmed down and everything in between. So, this episode is very textbook. Not a lot happened. All we really get in this episode, the main action is just the squad, the first division squad, first division unit, showcasing their prowess. So we get some scenes with Reno and that other guy going to their group, their unit. We get Mina with Yoshino, and they're surveying the destruction. And he tells her basically that Kafka, Kaiju number 8, is in lockdown right now. And that's basically what's going on. Now, most of the episode is focused on Kikuro, Shinomiya, director's daughter. And she gets introduced to Division 1's captain. He's basically a NEET. That's what he is. He's a Taku NEET. He's playing games like, I'm getting a platinum rank. And, he's sitting in his room. And then that guy comes in and trashes his stuff. He's like, my Gundam. It was a pretty funny scene. And then eventually, we get a showcase. I will say I find it hilarious. Season 2, episode 1. What's the kaiju they fight? A Godzilla-looking kaiju. What? Legit. He looks almost identical to Godzilla, except he's not as big as Godzilla, and he's gray, and he's got red scales. So, red spikes. They kill it. They show their prowess. And basically, the Division 1, whose name basically is Gen Narumi. He says he only has one condition for this squad, and he basically tells Shinomiya, show your strength and get results. That's basically it. Now, excuse me, while this is going on, they do that, and he gets upset that Mina's getting all the attention, and he's not getting, he's looking at him, she has this dull face, Shinomiya. Like, she says, I show no respect for this man. But she has to, because he's a superior officer, captain, and all that stuff. So, what ends on happening is, he gets a call from the higher-ups stating that Kaiju number 8 is going to join the First Division. Now, the director, Shinomiya, tells this to Gen, and he doesn't want anything to do with it. He's like, no, we don't need him. And he explains to him, hey, yeah, you kind of do. You know, Kaiju number 9 can disguise himself as a human, and 10 literally destroyed one of the headquarters. And, you know, you kind of knew. You do need him. So, that scene, Kafka says a spiel to him, and he says he doesn't care about that. He only cares to show his prowess, show your strength, and complete missions. Get shit done. That's basically his MO. And if he goes out of control, he'll kill him and blah, 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 blah. Make him into a weapon or something. Then we get a scene with, Shinomiya's daughter walking away in her house with a suitcase and so on and so forth. We get an end credit scene. It's really nothing. There's a huge earthquake, and there's a crater in the middle. I'm guessing that is going to be number 9 showing up, because the description says that they were going to be doing one on a mission, and they didn't really show that, with Kafka going on the mission. That must probably going to happen in episode 2. I should mention, I forgot to mention, there was a flashback in the beginning of the episode of, like, Kafka turning big and fighting everyone, but it was a dream. So, overall, there's really not a lot to pack in this episode. It's an introduction, basically, of Season 2. So, not crazy. I'm not going to give this a 9 out of 10. I would say 8.5, because literally it's just not a lot happened. We saw the power and the strength of Division 1. That's all it was. That's all we got. So it's like, okay, whoop-de-doo. That's what we got in this episode. So really not a lot to showcase. They showed up. They took out a Godzilla-looking kaiju. Surprisingly, where was Godzilla kaiju in Season 1? I get in Season 2. And that was it. So we're probably going to get more in episode 2 for next week, next Saturday. I'll do a review of that. I'm going on vacation. So the Dan to Dan episode review is going to come on Friday. Kaiju number 8 will come on Saturday, and then on Sunday I will do Gotcha Kuda. So look forward to that, guys. Yeah, we got back to Kafka. He's in Division 1. I do like the fact that he's with her, Shinomiya. I do like that interesting dynamic, because there's like 2 people in this show who kind of do care about him. One being Reno, and now one being Shinomiya. I think it's like they kind of bonded with Kafka in a way, and they're trying to so it's cool that she's in that squad with him. So, and, he's going to have to prove himself as Kaiju number 8, taking out Kaiju number 9. From what I understand, it gets real deep, and crazy shit happens later on in the series. So look forward to that. This is Bonkai 922. I'll see you guys later. Look forward to Kaiju number 8 and the other 2 animes. Peace.